Now with the runner on first base only. Our base umpire has moved into the middle of the infield and is in the B position, approximately halfway between the pitcher's mound and second base and between the pitcher's mound and first base. On an attempted pickoff throw at first base, our base umpire should take 2 steps forward and then turn toward first base to view the play. On an overthrow, he will be responsible for any plays at second or third base as well. On attempted steals of second base, notice how our base umpire stands up from the ready position when he reads the steal is occurring. He starts moving back towards second base, still watching the home plate area. He lets the ball turn him and moves into the play at second base. On an overthrow, he would also have responsibility for R1 going toward third base. On ground balls within the infield, there are a few things to cover. Notice how our plate umpire moves out from behind home plate and toward second base in order to help on any possible interference at second base. Our base umpire, when the ball is hit, stands up from his ready position, faces the ball, and begins moving toward first base, not toward second. He stops, views the play at second, and then lets the throw from second to first turn him there. Note here that if R1 is not put out at second base and continues toward third, our plate umpire must move toward third base and has any secondary play there on R1. On a bunted ball, our plate umpire's first responsibility is a fair foul call on either line. Also notice that our base umpire does not overcommit to second or first until he reads where the play is going to be made. Here we have a clean hit to the outfield. Our plate umpire must move toward third base for a standard rotation should R1 attempt to advance to third. In this play sequence, we have a clean hit to the outfield. Our plate umpire moves out from behind home plate, but reads the ball is down and will be at least a double. He communicates with his base umpire that he's staying home. Anytime that our base umpire is positioned within the infield, he is responsible for outfield catches from the left fielder all the way over to the right fielder. Our plate umpire has responsibility for the right fielder moving toward the line and the left fielder moving toward that line. It should be noted that from the middle of the infield, our base umpire never crosses the baseline to view a catch, no catch. On trouble balls within his coverage area, our base umpire should move toward the play in order to view a possible catch, no catch, but still has responsibility for a throwback at first base. On a trouble ball down the left field line, which is our plate umpire's coverage area, he again moves out from behind home plate and down the line to view catch, no catch, and fair foul. On a trouble ball down the right field line, also within his coverage area, he would move down the line in a position to rule fair foul or catch, no catch. After communicating to his base umpire, he would be in position to rule on any throwback on R1 at first base. Recapping with runner on first base only. Our base umpire is positioned in position B within the infield. His outfield coverage is the V, from the left fielder to the right fielder. Our plate umpire has responsibility for the left fielder moving toward the line and the right fielder moving toward the line. On a clean hit to the outfield, our plate umpire rotates to third base. If that clean hit turns into a double, he would communicate with his partner and return to home plate. On a ball hit into his coverage area in right field, our plate umpire would also have responsibility for any throwback at first base on R1. With runners on first and third, our base umpire is positioned in position C. While either B or C is acceptable, we have chosen C for a couple of reasons. The primary reason for having our base umpire in the C position is to be in position for pickoff throws and throwbacks from the catcher on the runner at third. While there are viable reasons to have the umpire starting in position B, primarily, most likely plays will occur at first base. We feel that on balls hit within the infield, our umpire has the opportunity to move into a position to take place at first base that he doesn't have on a pickoff throw or a throwback from the catcher. On a ball hit into his coverage area in the outfield, our base umpire retreats to the back of the mound and observes R1. Our plate umpire moves into foul territory and is responsible for R3's tag up and advance to home plate. On a clean hit to the outfield, our base umpire retreats to the back of the mound and observes base touches. Our plate umpire moves toward third base. If this is a clean single and there's a play developing at third base on R1, he would move into position for the play. If it turns out to be a multiple base hit, he would communicate to his partner and return to home plate. On a shallow fly ball to right field, our plate umpire shouldn't move too far down the first base line to view catch, no catch, fair foul. He has a runner at third that may be advancing. In fact, if the ball is going to be fair foul only, he should move back from home plate in a first base line extended position to view the catch, no catch, and still be in position to watch R3's tag and then observe any play at home plate. Recapping with runners on first and third base. Our base umpire starts in the C position. Our outfield coverage is unchanged. The base umpire has the V. On fly ball tag-ups, our plate umpire is responsible for R3's tag. And finally, he will rotate to third base on any clean hit to the outfield.